What is up, ladies and gents? Nate here, bringing you my review for the Legend of Korra Book 4 Balance finale. Of course, they had episode titles, but I don't remember. I think the last episode was called like The Final Stand or The Last Stand, something along the lines. But anyway, spoilers. Of course, I'm gonna spoil the crap out of this because there's no way you can talk about it without spoiling it. So you know the deal. It was up on Nick.com. It was like around like 11:50. It's up on there. You can use the Nick app. I find that better than the actual Nick player that the Nick.com website uses. I believe it's also on Amazon and iTunes. You know the deal. Go watch it and come back to this review. You know you're screwed when Zhu-Li says, "I'm sorry, there are no more things to do." That's when you know you're screwed. Besides from that, this episode, uh, the surprises weren't like surprising like book 3, like the finale of book 3, but they were good enough on their own because they were trying, because this book was wrapping it all up. Anyway, like not Julie, Varric proposing to Julie. Oh man, that was great. I was like, Varric, are you gonna do the thing? Are you actually gonna do the thing? And he did the thing, and I was like, rejoice. No, seriously, because they were hinting at it, and then I was like, are they gonna do it by the end of the not like do it, but are they gonna is he gonna propose by the end of the book? And then he did it, and then the freaking it ended with their freaking marriage, their wedding, and it was fantastic. I love how Bolin he's the priest that like does all the vows and all of that, and he's like at the very end he's like, you may now do the thing. Alright, so now let's start from the beginning after I got the Zhu-Li and the Varric out of the way. Anyway, I'm surprised no one died from that explosion. Freaking, that's the one aspect of the kid show. Like, because if it was, like, I don't know, like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or, like, a comic book kill, someone would have died. Like, I don't care who, someone would have died. But luckily, it's a kid show, so no one did die. And we went to go see, Asami and them went to go get the hummingbird prototypes working, because prototypes, you keep them in your office. And when everyone's fighting a tank, holy crap, that's how you freaking. I like how they did it. It's not like freaking they like freaking destroyed the gigantic mech in like one go, but they were actually struggling. Like they tried to do everything they could, like freaking use like metal wire to like make the giant fall, using lava to like freaking just make it sink. Which I don't understand why Bolin could have just made like a gigantic one, but he like if he made like a gigantic one, I felt like it would have fell deeper. But nah, he just did 1 foot. But whatever. And then frickin' Milo, man, Milo is hilarious. That one scene where he has his face on the glass, and then he makes Kuvira slap herself, or makes the mech slap itself. That was hilarious. Anyway, besides that, Milo, real MVP of the episode. Just kidding, it's actually Pema. He uses paint, and so he can cover the the glass, so Kuvira can't see. It works for a little bit, but doesn't work efficiently because she came prepared and just had window wipers pretty much. Anyway, I guess it was good enough to see how like Team Avatar and everyone just struggling just to take down the gigantic mech that's made out of platinum. Anyway, Lin decides to bring on Asami's dad to because she says something about genius having all the geniuses that we need. Anyway, they decide to put like a cutting laser onto the hummingbird mechs to use those. While all that was going on, while they were doing that, freaking, uh, they finally found an opening because Korra used the Avatar State to like, I think she used the Avatar State. Anyway, she used that. I think she used the Avatar State to like freeze the giant for the most part, but like it didn't work. Anyway, it gives Asami an opening. Asami and her dad an opening. So they're cutting a hole, right? They're cutting a hole, and then freaking Kuvira gets free and is about to like slap them like a mosquito. Freaking Asami's dad ejects Asami out and it says, "Oh my lord, Asami's dad died." I only hope that made sense because that sounded like when I'm recording this, it sounded like that didn't make sense. Anyway, Asami's dad died sacrificing himself because freaking redemption all the way. Thank goodness, because now that scene from the beginning of the book with Asami and her dad makes sense because he would become relevant again. Anyway, as they go inside, Maka and Bolin have a moment. They decide to shut down the source of the power, or the engine, pretty much. Mako decides to do like he wants to so he can stop Kuvira. So what he decides to do is lightning bend the vines, which causes a gigantic explosion. But he's willing to sacrifice his life because he's cool like that. Anyway, he does so, and then he gets knocked unconscious. His arm, it looked like it was either burned, but he was wearing like a cast in the end, so it could either be burned or broken. I don't. Anyway, he hurt his arm from lightning bending. Anyway, Bolin was able to get it out time because, cheating death. It would have been really great if Mako died, but I'm glad he didn't. Like I said, it's a kid's show, so him not dying it's okay. Anyway, what really was important during that scene was like Bolin telling Mako that you don't have to prove that you're so cool. I know that you're cool. You don't have to prove to anyone. I understand. I don't want proof of this. Come on, let's leave. And on to some minor things, there was Wu and the Badger Moes. I felt that was a little too convenient, like having Badger Moes like at a zoo that's by the train station. That doesn't seem. Actually, it seems somewhat logical. Anyway, Wu somehow is allowed to like command the Badger Moles by his singing, which I call like, it's kind of weird, but whatever. Sing bend all to your heart's content. Anyway, he used the Badger Moles to get everyone out to defeat some mechs. But the more important part is after everything is over, after Korra and Kuvira and all that whatnot, Wu decides to get rid of the monarchy, and yeah, it just proves that Wu has changed. Because if you go back to book 1, what a total prick! Not book 1, episode 1. He's a total prick. Frickin' episode, was it 13? Not so much of a prick anymore. He learned compassion and to be a good leader. Anyway, moving on to the big, well, not the big thing, but Korra versus Kuvira. Oh my lord, that freaking, like during the fight with the gigantic mech, eventually Lin and Sue are able to like destroy the weapon and all of that, so it's useless. So what Kuvira does is rips off the arm, tosses it into the forest conveniently, and then Mako explosion caused the mech to explode. Kuvira runs into the forest conveniently, and Korra chases her. Kuvira uses the weapon, freaking goes out of control. All the spirit energy, like, it literally like explodes into like a nuclear weapon. Not weapon, but bomb. Anyway, that causes for a new spirit portal to open and straight in the center of Republic City, and it's crazy. Anyway, with the explosion, like it transports Kuvira and Korra inside. Kuvira, she obviously, actually I missed a scene. It was a great scene, by the way. It was when the laser started to point, like it was spinning in circles, right? And at one point it was about to aim towards Kuvira, and like, cause Kuvira's gonna like explode if that thing hits her. Anyway, Korra goes into Avstarts and air bends like a shield, and you just see Kuvira's face like, oh my lord, this person isn't human. This is a god among men. Like, people were theorizing how Korra was gonna defeat the weapon, saying like, she's gonna spirit bend the energy because spirits. She's the Avatar, all that whatnot. I'm glad that didn't happen. I was like, a little part of me is like, is that what's gonna happen? That's what it looks like it's gonna happen. But it didn't happen because I was expecting a scene, but Rava would be like, "Yo, Korra, psh, you can spirit bend the weapon because you're the Avatar." Anyway, you understand more of Kuvira's background and why she did everything. Her being an orphan, wanting people not to be abandoned, and all of that, wanting people to have a home to go to, and all of that. Korra says like, I'm not gonna quote everything, freaking, and it's just the scene like. This is what Mike and Break were talking about, saying that Korra's not going to beat Kuvira by bending, but more like talking no jutsu, like Naruto. But luckily, this is the only time they do it, so it's fine. Anyway, Korra says, like, we're more alike than you think, and Kuvira's like, no, we're not, and then, it's just, they did this right. Anyway, Kuvira sees the errors of their ways. She goes to jail, she's going to pay for her crimes and all of that. Anyway, it's nice to see that, like, Kuvira is such a great villain, because, like, she, like, you can have a whole, like, story about her, and it'll still be as great as like Korra. Anyway, on to the ending. Oh my lord, Korra Sami is officially canon. Korra confirmed to be first bi/lesbian Avatar. Freaking fantastic. Support LGBT. Fantastic. And I know what I'm using for my thumbnail. Anyway, that is about it, guys. My grade for the episode, do you really need to know? It's an A. Obviously, this book has been fantastic. Of course, we had some mishaps with the business side of it, like with Nick cutting the budget and all of that. But in the end, this book was able to deliver. It was fantastic. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed because of Korra and all of that. And I'm not done with Korra just yet. I'm going to review the whole series later on in the future. I don't know when. Hopefully I could get it out before the new year, but no promises. Anyway, what do you guys think of the finale? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it's the best finale? Do you like this ending over the Avatar: The Last Airbender ending? I kind of like this ending better. So let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to rate and subscribe because it makes me feel good to see people watching my videos that I put up onto interwebs. Anyway, I'll see you guys all tomorrow for Log Horizon, Sword Art Online, and Fate Stay Night. One of those shows are ending, so great. All the shows are ending, and now I have to change my banner. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed the finale. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. So until then, one more time, bye.